Hi! Do you use a die? Well, like a square die from the Layering Squares Framelits dies, when you want to make a template for reverse masking, it works pretty well until the stamp you want to use is bigger than your largest die. I'm going to show you how to make your own custom template. Welcome to StampingSmiles.com. I'm Shelley Godby, the owner and CEO of Stamping Smiles, and for 16 years I've been teaching others how to create their own hand stamped smiles. So if you're not sure what reverse masking is, that's okay. I'm going to show you that too, and then my sweet and simple card I use with the reverse masking technique using the new Sorry for Everything stamp set. Before I show you how to make your own custom reverse masking template, I'm going to quickly explain what masking is. Masking is when you take a shape. It can be any shape, a circle, a square, a star. It could be an elephant. Anything that you want, and that you then mask or cover an area and then fill in with color all around. I sponge that, leaving this area blank. So we masked or covered the area. Okay, so very easy to do, cool technique. Reverse masking is just the opposite. Okay, so in this case, our circle is cut out and we place it and fill in that area. And so we've masked everything except for the shape. So that is masking and reverse masking. Well, you can see that my Sorry that I wanted to use is just too large for that square, the largest square that I have, or the circle. And actually I really wanted a rectangle. And you're going to love this. This is where your Stampin' trimmer is just one of the coolest things you can have. I mean, besides cutting and scoring, you know, we just love it because we have this nice long track where you can do 12 by 12 cardstock and paper and have those cutting blades out of our way. But have you ever paid any attention to these little points on your cutting blade and your scoring blade? These are going to come in so handy for our reverse masking template. So I have just a plain piece of paper. I prefer paper for masking. And so what I want to do is cut a rectangle in the center of this, large enough to hold the Sorry and then one of the greetings to finish it. So I want this to have a 3/4 inch border all the way around. And this is going to cover the entire front of my Whisper White thick cardstock. We're going to stamp right on. We're going to mask and stamp right on this. Okay, so in order to do that, 5.5 minus 3/4 leaves me at 4 3/4. So I'm placing this at 4 3/4. All right, so I'm set right there. And now I'm going to pick up the track and place, do you see that point? I'm going to place it at 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to start cutting 3/4 of an inch down. I'm going to pull and I'm going to trust it and I'm going to stop at 3.5. Okay, so look, we have a slit from there to there. To make it easy, let's just rotate it and do the same thing again. We're starting at 4 3/4. The first one is easy, right? Because we're starting at 3/4. We don't have to do any math there. And then we place it down. And then we're going to cut again to 3.5. And I'm trusting that point. I'm not trying to look through the track or anything. I'm trusting the point on the cutting blade. So let's pick that up. Now let's rotate it. So we know, because we did the math and knew that 3.5 was 3/4 less than 4 1/4. So we already have that. And we know to start at 3/4 of an inch because that's how big we want our border to be. And, well, do you remember? We had it at 4.5. So we're going to pull this down to 4.5 and pick it up. Oops, maybe just, oh, 4 3/4. 4 3/4. Sorry about that. All right, so let's do this again. 3.5. I had the half in my head. Place this at 3/4 and pull down to 4 3/4. And so then, look, that just pops right out, and we've made our own custom mask that is going to fit, look at that, over the Sorry. Now we're going to use our custom reverse mask, and we need to hold this in place. We could try to hold it down, but I don't trust myself for that. So instead, I'm going to hold it with some temporary adhesive, and this is Dotto adhesive. It's repositionable. Love this stuff. Stampin' Up! Used to carry this a long time ago. So let's just put some on here. Now let's get each side. And if you can't find this in your local craft store or office supply store, I have a link to where I picked some up. All right, so we're going to cover this entire area. And it's cut to size. Isn't that handy? Isn't the Stampin' trimmer just so cool? Okay, so there we go. We've got that covered. We've masked off the area we don't want any ink to get on. And so I'm going to be using the sponge brayers to add our color. I'm going to start off with Crumb Cake Classic Stampin' Pad. We're going to push, flip, and lock that lid into place. And then we're going to roll the brayer on here. What we tend to do is just go back and forth, and when we do that, we just get ink in one small area. So we're going to roll it, what they call load a brush, like if you're about to paint a wall. All right, so we've got this good. This is a light color, so I'm just really loading it up. So we're going to come over here and roll on some color. Oh, there we go. That's looking good. Liking that. Okay, so we're done with that. We're going to go ahead and pull on this lip, flip, and click. Okay, our next color is Soft Sky. So again, push, flip, there we go. And I have another roller. When you get the sponge brayers, you get 2 of these handles and I believe 4 of the sponges. So you can just keep going, because a lot of times I definitely use more than one color. So we're loading this up with Soft Sky, and we're going to go over top, not entirely, but we're going to let it cover some of our crumb cake. And so we've got a light color, this Soft Sky, that needs to make color, add some color over top of the crumb cake as well. There we go. All right. Oh, that's looking just about how I like it. So let's go ahead, put that away, and one last color. So I went ahead and bought 2 sets of the sponge brayers because I know I often use at least 3 colors, if not more. But if not, I would have just switched that, taken it off and put one of the others on. Marina Mist, our last color. Here we go. And let's load this up. I'm going to turn it this way, because I know I want most of my color to go along the bottom here. And so I'm going to cover some of the Soft Sky, but finish filling this in at the bottom. Okay, so there we go. It is all filled up with pretty, pretty color. Put that away. You hear that click? We know then it's shut and it won't dry out on us. Now this is the really cool part, is when you pull away your mask. Here we go. Look at that. Isn't it pretty? You've got those very distinct, sharp lines. And sharp, sharp, sharp. Okay, so this will happen. A little bit of the Dotto is on here, but it's temporary. Just rub it, and it just comes right off. Really, really love my Dotto. I use it a lot. I use it when I'm designing, when I'm not quite sure, but I can place it and see if I like it. So there we go. We've got that off. Reverse masking is so cool. So let me show you the finished card that I did. Here we have Sorry for the Loss of Your Furry Friend. Boy, this Sorry for Everything, it just really covers just about everything you could be sorry for. Sorry that things fell apart. Sorry to see you go. I'm so very sorry. Sorry, I wish I could make things better. And then one I'll probably use a lot. Sorry, I missed your birthday. The celebration continues. And then I chose Sorry for the Loss of Your Furry Friend. And our furry friend, well, he's from the Bella and Friends. So what a simple card we can make with reverse masking to express sympathy for anything, just virtually anything, with the Sorry for Everything stamp set. Isn't that cool and so easy to do? And you now know just how incredibly handy your Stampin' trimmer is. If you enjoy watching my videos and learning tips and techniques, I invite you to check out my membership site, Stamping Playground. Did you know every week I upload a new exclusive video? As one of my playground friends said, everybody loves my cards, and I just wait to see what Shelly's going to teach me next. So we'd love to have you join us. So check it out. Go to www.stampingplayground.com. I'm Shelly Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamp smiles. Thanks for watching.